Now this is a very special walk-in because we're on the catwalk.
On the catwalk, I should have noticed. I should be used to this by now.
Do you think you could possibly model the clock?
I can on the catwalk.
The 5-minute clock. After you,
I feel very privileged now.
Not too quickly. We are in a model agency, so the phone may ring.
Yes.
Will you count us down, please?
I will do. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who, in your opinion, is the best-looking man ever to have lived?
Paul Newman.
Do you ever look at another man and think, wow, I wish I looked like him?
Yes, Paul Newman.
Do you ever get jealous of other people's looks? Do you ever feel insecure?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I think everyone does.
What do you like best about the way you look?
I don't like much the way I look at all. That's the funny thing. My eyes, I don't mind, but they don't work properly. So.
Do you ever have a bad hair day?
I always have bad hair days. My hair has a life of its own. It does exactly what it wants. So, yeah.
Now you famously have a very well-toned body. Cheesy question.
Yeah.
How do you get it looking like that?
A lot of hard work. Unfortunately, there's no big secret. There's no nothing. It's just hard to graft down the gym.
So that's the gym.
Yeah.
What sort of things? Big weights?
Whatever you want to do, whatever whatever you want to achieve with you down the gym. Big weights for bulk, smaller weights for tone.
Do you have to watch what you eat?
Well, I love my food, and typical English guy, I love my booze as well. So I'm careful, and everything's in moderation. So I suppose I watch it.
How hard is the actual modelling bit, the looking down the lens?
At first, it's really difficult. You're like a bunny in headlamps. You have no idea. But then you become something that's called like camera aware, and I didn't know what that was. But you're suddenly becoming, you know where the camera is and the angles you look best at and everything. And that's just experience of years and years of doing it.
Does it ever get boring hanging around on shoots?
Yeah, I mean, you spend 75% of the time hanging around in hotel rooms, in airports, on planes, on shoots. So that becomes, and you're basically on your own all the time. So yeah.
Do you feel frustrated that you're called often a male model rather than just a model?
I think there's so many different models: female models, male models, glamour models. I mean, so you have the male model. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The way we are kind of perceived in some ways. I don't know, people don't have access to male modelling and the modelling industry. So
I think there's a stigma.
There's huge stigma and stereotypes, and the only thing really people have from that is watching Zoolander. So, and that to me is silly.
How did you get into modelling?
I won a television competition.
A long time ago?
Yes, 9
Not
years
that
ago.
long.
Nine,
Yes.
9 years ago. No, it's quite a long
You're
time
30
ago.
now?
I am 30, yeah.
Do you think you could keep going into your 60s, 70s, 80s?
You can, you can do. Men can, or women can as well, but men, they go through stages, and you look very young, and then you've got to go into a man, and then you get grey hair. So you can go through all these different stages, and there's guys who are 40 and 50 out there who are doing really well for themselves.
Now, you've been working on a project giving tips to men on how to look good.
Yeah.
What's your top tip?
Top tip is probably just trying to become a bit more individual. We used to, before globalization, before the brands was available online and in every city around the world, that we all used to have to choose our own, suits and tailors and cloths and everything else. And so everyone was, like the London Dan is very individual. Now everyone's kind of the same. They wear the same things, and it's a little bit boring. So yeah, become a bit more individual.
Do you enjoy being well known? Do you enjoy your lifestyle?
I mean, I'm quite shy. So, there's some things where really I just, some situations I just want to run under the local, the next table and hide. But I've kind of learned to deal with that. So there's perks and there's pros and cons to it.
Is it quite international? Are you flying about the place a lot?
Yes, I mean, over the last few years I probably had something like 80 something flights a year. So that's my normal life. That's what flying around is. And then when I come home, that's kind of a bit of a holiday for me.
Now again, I want you to be really honest. Mm-hmm. Does looking the way you look get you lots of female attention and male attention?
It does. It does get me attention. But I mean, a lot of people say I'm quite intimidating, so a lot of people don't come and approach me.
What do you think you would have been had you not become a model?
I always wanted to be a veterinary surgeon, but the brain let me down on that one. So I would have done something with cars, probably a motoring journalist or something.
What are you passionate about?
Passionate about cars, antiques, love interior design, photography.
Where did you go to university?
Went to Cheltenham, Gloucestershire.
Now, can you tell me a little story about why you like robin redbreasts, the bird?
I don't know where this came from. That's Robin Brown. I must have said it in another interview or something. But it was basically someone said to me, and a few years ago I had a lot of bereavements in my family, and they said that people reincarnate Christmas. When I was on my own, my grandparents just died, and there were 2 robins sitting there on the Christmas morning, and I just thought how kind of apt it was.
How do you wind down? What do you do in your free time?
My God, I don't have much free time. Probably normal everyday things is my kind of wind down time. Driving, I love driving. That's my wind down time.
Now, the girls, my friends, who knew I was going to interview, want your number.
Yeah.
Are you going to give it to me?
If I could remember, I'd give it to you. I
You can't remember your own number. I don't believe you. Something tells me that was a very smooth way out. Really good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.